This is going to be my address to all Pacquiao and Mayweather fans out there, but mostly Pacquiao fans. Um, no well, there is a specific reason why I'm in particular addressing the Pacquiao fans. Is because there are a lot more of you. I feel there are a lot more of you out there than there are Mayweather fans, and I will explain why. This is an extremely important message to all of you. I cannot emphasize enough how important this message is. In fact, if I could get this message across to everyone out there, I think we could probably have a fight. If I don't, hey, I tried, you know. At the end of the day, I am a boxing fan. I am a fan of the sport of boxing. I have my preferred fighters, I will admit. There are fighters out there I like more than others. Why? Honestly, with me, it has absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with where these fighters are from, what religion they practice, what the color of their skin is. If you knew the country where I am from, you would appreciate that. This is my country, okay? It's called Malta. It's an archipelago made up of 3 islands. 150 kilometers to the north there is Sicily. Beyond that there's Italy and the rest of Europe. A couple of 100 kilometers to the south there's the North African coast of Libya. To the west there's the Americas. Asia's to the east. And there I am, smack back in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean is derived from 2 Latin words, media, which means middle, and terra, which means world. I have a very, very special affection for my country, not because of patriotism. I hate patriotism. I believe it's a tool that nations use to make people do some very, very horrible things. I have a special affection for my country because I see it as the mean, the middle ground. I feel like it gives me the best possible perspective of everything that's going on around me, and I take it upon myself to keep myself informed and make the best use of my well, God-given place in the world, I guess you could call it. And the question you're all asking is, what the hell does any of this have to do with boxing? Everything. I'm telling you all this so that you don't dismiss me and this video is emanating from some kind of racial, cultural, or national bias. It isn't. Please try and listen and understand to what it is I'm trying to say. I've been following boxing for a while now. I've followed how it works. I know a lot of the ins and the outs, and it is clear to any real boxing fan everything that is wrong with the sport. This fight, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, is a saga that has been going on for over 3 years now, and none of us has got what we want. None. All everyone has been doing for the last 3 years is fighting and arguing about who will beat who, at the best of times reducing the argument to racial backtalk. I've seen every derogatory word in the book being thrown back and forth, and yet we have not got to see the fight we want to see. This year, the 2 highlight fights that I was looking forward to the most, Amir Khan and Lamont Peterson, and Ortiz versus Berto, they are not going to happen. And honestly, there is not one fight that comes to mind right now that I am really looking forward to seeing this year, besides the Pacquiao versus Bradley fight. But I already put my video out there to tell you what I think about how that fight is going to play out. I'm not going to go over the problems there are in boxing again. If you want to see those, you can look at the other videos I posted last week and the week before that. I feel this video is about something a lot more important. I really want to get this message across to everyone out there right now, because we can get this fight. This fight can happen, but if it doesn't happen this year, I don't think it will, and I'll explain why. And the reason why I am addressing Manny Pacquiao's fans most of all, even though I am addressing also Floyd Mayweather's fans, is because for the last 3 years, you guys know, and I know, everyone, and I mean everyone, has been bashing Floyd Mayweather Jr. for this fight not happening. Everyone, the majority, I won't say everyone, but the majority of people have been accusing Floyd. It's indubitable. Most people blame Floyd Mayweather for this fight not happening. And frankly, it's no surprise that all of you believe that Floyd is afraid of Manny. It doesn't surprise me one bit, because I know how powerful the media can be as a force in society. When the media and anybody and everybody with some kind of public voice has been putting it out there that Floyd is scared and Floyd doesn't want to fight, who can blame you for believing that? It's, you know, you're hearing it every single day, every time you pop open YouTube. That's all you see all over YouTube. In the media's eyes and in the eyes of the majority opinion, Floyd is the one that is wrong and Manny is the one that is right. Now, before I go on, I want you to ask yourself, what is more important to you? What is more important to you? Manny Pacquiao being right? Floyd Mayweather being wrong? Or us finally getting this fight? Instead of focusing on the animosity towards Floyd, and the same goes for Mayweather fans, mind you, instead of focusing on that animosity and disagreeing about the fighter, and who do you think is going to beat this, and Pacquiao can't beat Floyd, and Floyd can't beat Pacquiao, Pacquiao shouldn't take a drug test, and Floyd shouldn't ask for a drug test, Floyd doesn't deserve 50. Why can't you all just agree that you want this fight to happen? I don't understand that. Please tell me. Please tell me. No kind of force in the world is more powerful than the collective effort of the masses, the people. Shakespeare said that. You're the ones that can make this fight happen. All you have to do is stop blaming Floyd. Just forget Floyd, forget Manny. Think about the fight. I am addressing Pacquiao's fans because I get the sense that there are a lot more of you guys out there than Mayweather fans. At least that's the impression I get. I get the feeling there are more Pacquiao fans out there, or at least if they aren't, they are at least they're definitely a lot more passionate about their fighter, because I see more comments from Manny Pacquiao fans than Floyd Mayweather fans on the videos. The other day, I sent an email to ESPN telling them about some things I thought that they were doing wrong, because it seems that whenever they host a show, all they do is facilitate the animosity that exists between Floyd Mayweather's fans and Manny Pacquiao's fans, instead of doing what they have to do as journalists to make this fight happen. Instead of leading by example, they put fuel to the fire, and as long as that fire keeps burning, this fight will never, ever, and I mean this will make it impossible for this fight to ever happen. Why can't people understand that? Do you honestly care whether Manny Pacquiao takes a blood test? Do you care how much money Floyd gets? Do you give a shit whether Floyd gets 60%? Or whether Manny gets 50%? Do you care about the size of the gloves? Do you care about the venue? You are a fan of boxing. You want a fight. We all want this fight. But as long as this fire keeps blazing, there is never going to be a fight. Period. And I am not blaming Manny Pacquiao. I am not blaming Floyd Mayweather, and I am not blaming Bob Arum or Top Rank. I refuse to do that. I have always put the majority of the blame on the media and the fans, because you guys have the power to make this fight happen. And if you really, really, really wanted to see the fight, you could send out the emails to the media like I have. There are things that you could do actively to make this fight happen, as opposed to just bicker and create all kinds of hatred between one race and another. 3 years down the line, we are no closer to this fight happening, and all it has resulted in is a gigantic gulf between Filipinos and Pacquiao fans on one side and black Americans who support Floyd Mayweather on the other. And what have we got out of it? We are probably further from this fight happening now than we were 3 years ago, and both fighters are now close to retirement. This is our last chance to see this fight happen. If it doesn't happen in 2012, I do not want to see it happen in 2013. Quite frankly, there are many other fights I'd rather watch than that. I've done my bit. I will keep on doing it, but I have already done my bit, so my hands are clean. But until everyone decides to settle their differences and decides to agree to fucking disagree, as long as you guys waste your energy fighting about who will beat who and who is to blame, guess what? You are going to be arguing about that until the day you kick the bucket, because this fight will never happen. The question will never be answered, and the promoters who rape the sport day in and day out will quietly live out the rest of their comfortable lives, crawling to the grave, pockets full, and it would all be because of you.